What is up, guys? I wanted to make a quick video for brand new players that are just starting the game. 3 quick little tips that they may not know about that'll help them for sure in Chapter 1, Chapter 2, going forward for the good rest of the game. So I'm currently midway through Chapter 3, that doesn't really matter. What the first little tip that I want to show you guys is I want to show you items and how you should be using them all the time, no matter what. Unless you can't afford them, but you should be able to afford them just fine if you're playing the game like normal. Make sure you kill everything before you kill the leader if you can. That's going to give you the most rewards, give you the most money, because you're going to have more stuff to sell. If you just go for the leader or the boss every time you're in a fight, you're not going to make a lot of money. So first thing is the healing items. So you're going to start out with Mint Leaf, then you're going to get 1, 2, then you're going to get the seed, plus seed, the salve. As you can see, these do a lot. You know, 75, 150 is nothing. Then you get 225, 300, 375. Then you get half your total HP. Then you get 75% your total HP. Then you get full heal. So, you might think, well, I need to bring a cleric into every match because I need a healer. No, you don't. Just give every unit 2 to 3 healing items and 1 revival item. And you will be set for a lot of the fights until you get further into the game, and you can maybe cut back. Or do what I do and bring 2 healing, 1 revive, and 1 support item. That's kind of my go-to. But the healing items are going to heal way better than a cleric. I have heal 2 on, like, a cleric, a couple of them, and, you know, a regular heal's 150 to 200, and then if I proc the blessing heal, that makes it heal even more, I get, like, 220. That's literally a Mint Leaf 2, or a Mending, not even a Mending Seed. 225. That's literally this item. Like, why not just give every character 2 of these, 3 of these? You know, it's kind of silly. And then you can forego a cleric and have more damage. You know, some people even bring in 2 clerics. Or you just bring in characters that have heals, like Rune Fencers and Knights. They can just generally heal themselves. So they can do the healing for you instead. You know, kind of a dual purpose role. But healing items are, number 1, utilize these, buy them as much as you can. They're not horribly expensive, and they're going to work, you know. And that leads me into tip number 2 to go with healing items is the revive system in this game. When you go down, you have 3 turns to pick up the unit, and that can be a while before that passes. So a lot of times, as you can see, I have a lot of these. A unit goes down and you want to revive him right away, right? You're like panicking, like, I gotta get him up, I gotta get him up. No, leave him there. Leave him there, wait for an opportunity, clear out some of the guys, you know, keep going as things look good. Start to worry, like, on the last turn, maybe the second turn, then go for the revive. Don't rush the revive because you might put yourself in a bad situation, and now you're trying to revive them because you got to get right next to them practically. Well, you can be a few squares away, but it's just not worth it. Don't rush it. Play it by ear. I've won battles where I've had 3 or 4 people down, and I finished the battle because you got, as long as the timer doesn't run out, they'll survive. So don't rush your revives. That's it's so many games you're like, I gotta pick him up, he's dead. You know, don't do that. You'll find you'll do better. Let the timer tick down a little bit and you'll be all right. Another thing too is the debuffs in this game are underutilized. Debuffs are a little more expensive, you know, so maybe like Chapter 1 you might not be having too many of these. But they are definitely worth having. The key debuffs, the notable debuffs that I would say you should get are Fortify. Fortify raises defense. Spellcraft can give you a better chance of critting with the spell, do a little bit more spell damage. More damage, not crit. The Healcraft could be good for a cleric to boost the power of their next couple heals. This is actually really solid if you do plan on bringing in clerics or other units that are going to be casting heal. You need to get a couple turns of healing in, pop this, and for the next few turns you're going to be healing for even more. Like I said, Fortify and Resilience. Fortify and Resilience are top Healcraft. And if you want to be a little bit more crazy, get Dodge and get Sidestep. These will make it harder for you to get hit either by ranged attacks or physical attacks, melee attacks. So those are the key ones. Debuffs come second. You know, maybe more in Chapter 2 you might start needing debuffs. But Dynast King's Mead is by far one of the best. Breached, if you don't know what that does, that makes a target more vulnerable to damage. Lowers their defense, makes them easier to kill. So a lot of the boss units, they're pretty tanky and durable. You pop this on them, they are going to be more susceptible to damage. And another one that might be really good is Where is it? Well, that's actually, you know, if you had to choose, that would be the one I would just carry mostly, is that one. That would be the one to carry the most. I would just go with that, because early on you're not going to, and look how expensive that is. You're not going to have a lot of money. These are thousands. You're not going to be able to buy all these, so we're not going to go too crazy into that. So that's it for the items and stuff, those 3 little quick tips, and I do have a little bonus tip for you, one that I don't think a lot of people are aware of. I really want to get the word out there. I've mentioned this in a previous video. Your Beast Tamer. Beast Tamer, yeah, I don't know why I said Beast Master before. But your Beast Tamer has this ability that I don't think it really explains well. It's called a Lobber. Throw the currently equipped item across the battlefield. A lot of people interpret this, I myself at first, your item, like your weapon. Like you throw your hammer or your axe or your sword across the battlefield. That is not true. That is your items. So it gives your items a 3 to 6 range. So I can chuck healing items, debuff items across the battlefield. Now, you can think of applications to that. Well, I can heal a unit really far away. Or I can debuff an enemy really far away. So you think about the applications to that. A Beastmaster has a little bit more utility than you think. So just something, a little bonus tip I wanted to give you. If you do want that, get the Lobber. It'll be great. Throwing items across the field makes things a lot easier. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. If you guys have any comments, let me know down below. I'd be glad to answer your questions. And I look forward to see you guys in the next video. I will see you then. Later. Peace.